All right, so for this shape, we are gonna do essentially a three-dimensional cube. There are multiple ways to do this. Matter of fact, I've made two videos of two different ways to make this shape. I think this is probably the easiest. We've done, also I did a video for the rectangular prism, and these are very similar. So what we're gonna do, essentially, we're gonna do a 2" by 2" cube. So that would mean every side is gonna be essentially a 2" square, which is pretty simple. First thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna mark on the side of this paper where I'm gonna just put it somewhat in the middle of the paper, and it's gonna be 2". So let me make sure we're in the camera. So we're gonna go 1", 2". I'm gonna put a couple marks. Actually, let's do it right on the edge. 2". Since cubes have 6 sides because they have a top and the bottom. But for this shape, sometimes you want a top and a bottom, sometimes you don't. It really depends on what you're doing with the shape. Would determine whether you want to put a top and a bottom, if it's a closed or open shape. So we'll do an open shape, so there will be 4 sides, the bottom and the top will be open, and then I'll show you how to close it off. So now, since our cube is 2", up and down vertically, it's gonna be 2" across. So cubes have, well, squares, sorry, that's confusing. So this is gonna essentially have 4 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna go back. We're gonna draw our lines vertically on this shape, just like so. So we're gonna do 4 lines, just like that. Now we're gonna go back to our horizontal lines and we're just gonna draw those across, just like that. Same thing down here. Boom. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to this shape. Once again though, there's no top and there's no bottom. This will be 4 sides, open top, open bottom. If that's how you wanna do it. And then you'd put a tab here to close this. So you'd glue that to that. You'd fold here, 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 and then glue this tab here. Now, if you want to put a top or a bottom on this shape, I'm actually going to go back, and you could put this square on any of these. I'm just going to put it on this one. So I'm going to draw these lines a little longer. I'm going to measure. Oh, that was not accurate. Those are not accurate. That's okay. Make sure this T-square is always aligned up with the sides, otherwise your lines will be off. I'm gonna go back to the side here, and from this 4, since our shape is 2". I'm gonna draw a line right there on 6. Line it up with that. Make sure your side is lined up with the T-square. So this would be, if you wanted to close one side, and I'm gonna put a tab here. Believe you'd put a tab on all 3 of these, just like that. Just like that. So these 2 sides would glue here and here, and then this side would glue, I'm not sure, it'd glue to one of these walls. So you need 3 tabs on that. But that's basically how you create a cube. And like I said, there's more than one way to do this. Once again, if it's just the 4 sides, the top and bottom are gonna be open. But you could also draw a top and a bottom square to close the shape. So it would be an enclosed cube. It's kind of hard to explain. You get it if you make it. But that's basically how we draw a cube, which is a 3-dimensional square.